the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Bills. And it's all up next.
Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. And Goff going to look to throw right away. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tucker. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
Go.
Gone. Got a man, it's Mayer. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Now a first carry for their fullback. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jared Goff with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dreadnoughts have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Booker coughs it up, and it looks like the defense has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Over the middle, complete. That's Tucker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Goff. That one out wide and intercepted. And the Bills will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. They'll start out here with the option left. Wiggles free. Allen hit. He lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. Flush to his right. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Second down and 3, ball on the 7. Now Goff. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Goff. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. 3rd and 4. To the air, Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Throwing now is Allen. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's a give to Davis. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bills are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Goff. Tucker hauls it in over the middle. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. They run. It's Tucker. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Goff now looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Here's Allen to throw it. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now the fan favorite, this is Carson Steele. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this 1st half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the 1st half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe. And
now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Review. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And the slot man goes in motion left. Out of the gun, Goff. Gets it downfield to Mayer. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Goff now looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tucker. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Here now, 2nd and 4. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to throw, Goff. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
To throw is Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Tucker. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing again is Goff. He finds Mayer here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Goff. He'll buy some time right. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Goff. And it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Mayer from 10 yards out. And the Dreadnoughts are able to extend their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Steele. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
This 2nd and 4. Now Allen. He'll find a man over the middle. 2-2 Atwell. From the gun, it's Allen. This taken in by Kincaid. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen now on the option right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Allen going to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's Allen. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Steele. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw, it's Allen. That's quickly to Atwell on the slant. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Regular.
They'll try it with Steele. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now it's gone. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Gone. Open man is Tucker. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To the air again. Goff. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now gone. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, and it's the Buccaneers who are out in front in the second quarter. Jamison Williams, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets, and they...
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Straight ahead, Steele. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now 2nd and 9.
Go. What's that?
Throwing now is Allen. Quick slant to Shakir. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 3rd and 3. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the end zone, Goff rolling to his right. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And the slot man goes in motion left. Goff now looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. In motion left goes Jones. Here's Goff. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Again, Goff. His throw incomplete.
He came through with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
Still 3rd down.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. And the slot man goes in motion left. To throw is Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Goff now looks to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Allen. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to throw. Goff. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun. Goff. Got a man. It's Mayer. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Here's a 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That good for 19 and a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. McCaffrey will take it in. Touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Booker to return it. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. He finds his man. Complete. That's steal. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Allen now looks to throw. Flushed out right, powering forward. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. Motion man is Shakir. Now Allen. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's Steele. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2nd and 6.
At the 11-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll try and run with their fullback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Third and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Now it's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That's taken it around the 40. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10. Now And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Throwing, Allen. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Allen. Touchdown. Dalton Kincaid. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On the ground, it's Tucker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 8. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home, so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Virginia Beach, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.